I didn't do anything wrong, but the fact that your guys are doing this to me and he's a man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. I am. I'm not gonna argue with you at all. But she had me on camera, but at the same time, what he has on camera, I have my phone, so something different. So if I need to show that.
Newly released footage shows the incident that led to the arrest of Dallas native and Olympian sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson.
What if the athlete Nike calls their golden girl wasn't as untouchable as they make her seem? Because right now, fans are asking why Sha'Carri Richardson is still being backed, despite footage that would have ended almost anyone else's career overnight. This isn't just gossip, and it's not a few tweets blowing things out of proportion. We're talking leaked 4K body cam footage, police reports, and a pattern of messy situations that keep stacking up. And the craziest part? Instead of distancing themselves, Nike is doubling down, plastering her face across campaigns like nothing ever happened.
What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't him though.
Like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. And she have like things that she needs to work on for herself, of course. And so do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love.
So why is she still being protected? And how much longer can this last before it all crashes down? The whole firestorm really took off at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Cameras caught Sha'Carri shoving her boyfriend, sprinter Christian Coleman, right before their flight. At first, it looked like nothing more than a heated couple spat. But once the police stepped in, the story flipped. Body cam footage showed a completely different narrative than what she was trying to tell. Instead of looking like the calm, innocent one, Sha'Carri came off as the aggressor. Christian barely moved while she was in his face, pushing and snapping. And when officers tried to step between them, Sha'Carri panicked. She started demanding answers, flipping the script, acting like she was the one being wronged. But the footage didn't lie.
She tried to get him arrested in the airport. And the only reason she didn't get him arrested, because when you're in the airport, everything's under surveillance.
It showed her putting her hands on Christian, then turning around to deny it seconds later. She even played the gender card, asking why she was the one being arrested when he was the man. By the end of the video, her contradictions made her look even worse. And that's when fans started asking the uncomfortable question. If Nike has dropped athletes for far less, why was Sha'Carri still being treated like she could do no wrong? If the airport meltdown wasn't messy enough, things got even stranger after. Instead of walking away or pressing charges, Christian Coleman defended her. Just days later, he went on camera saying Sha'Carri didn't deserve punishment, that she needed grace and understanding. But fans weren't buying it.
Okay, but I'm sorry, it's not me. Okay, talk to him. No, ma'am, don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. Do not talk to me like that. Do not talk to me like that. Tell him to stop.
But I feel like if it was Christian, I believe that's the young man's name, that was on camera assaulting Sha'Carri and pushing her around.
She's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, you know, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar. And that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but...
They zeroed in on his body language during that interview. Restless, eyes darting everywhere, barely able to sit still. To a lot of people, it didn't look like love. It looked like fear. Online, speculation exploded. Was Christian protecting her because he wanted to, or because he felt like he had no choice? Did Sha'Carri have something on him? Some kind of hold that kept him locked in? Theories spread fast, and the airport fight suddenly didn't feel like an isolated meltdown. People began connecting dots, wondering if Christian's defense was less about loyalty and more about survival. And that's when old stories started resurfacing. Because Christian wasn't the first person close to Sha'Carri to suggest there was something toxic happening behind the scenes. Years before the airport drama, Sha'Carri's ex, Jamaican, Hurdler Janique Brown shared her own chilling experience. In an emotional interview, Janique described their relationship as mentally, verbally, and even physically toxic on both sides, but made it clear that her pain was heavy. She claimed she was threatened, silenced, and constantly blamed, while Sha'Carri weaponized social media to flip the story, and fans remembered how it played out. Sha'Carri went on Instagram with a long rant painting Janique as the villain, positioning herself as the victim. The internet ate it up. Janique was dragged, canceled in some circles, and left out to dry, while Sha'Carri walked away looking innocent. Later, Janique fought back, saying Sha'Carri's version of events was nothing more than a calculated PR move to save face. And now looking back, fans are saying the pattern is too familiar. The contradictions in the airport footage, the denial, the blame shifting, the victim card, echo almost exactly what Janique warned about years ago, which made people start asking, if she got away with it then, is this just history repeating itself? After the footage blew up online, Sha'Carri tried damage control. She posted an apology video, but instead of calming the storm, it poured gasoline on it. Fans tore it apart within minutes. Her words sounded robotic, like something a PR team scribbled down for her to read. Worse, she was smiling through it, almost laughing, as if it were a joke. Who grins their way through an apology about being accused of abuse? Instead of remorse, viewers saw deflection, another misunderstood narrative. To many, it screamed narcissism, like she couldn't grasp the seriousness of what had just happened. Even fellow athletes called her out. The reigning 100-meter world champ blasted her in all caps on Instagram. Your apology should be just as loud as your actions. And social media agreed. One viral tweet read, "Dang, imagine what she does in private." Another said flat out. Backlash made one thing clear. Sha'Carri wasn't winning anyone back. But the shock came next. Because instead of stepping back, her biggest sponsor made their boldest move yet. Days after the arrest, while fans were demanding accountability, Nike kept Sha'Carri's face front and center. No statement, no distancing, just business as usual. In fact, she was splashed across their homepage promoting her brand new shoe, like nothing ever happened. And that's when the outrage hit another level. Fans pointed out the double standards. Caitlin Clark, one of the biggest names in women's sports, signed to Nike too, but she hasn't gotten a fraction of the shine. No signature shoe, no massive campaigns. Meanwhile, Sha'Carri, caught in 4K shoving her boyfriend, is being treated like she's untouchable. Viral posts ripped into Nike's so-called zero-tolerance stance on domestic violence, asking how they could stay silent when the evidence was so public. But some fans took it even further, claiming this wasn't silence, it was strategy. Sha'Carri's entire brand, from her weed suspension to her fiery interviews, has always been built on controversy. Nike knows drama sells. By keeping her at the center, they weren't ignoring the scandal, they were profiting from it. And that theory only made people angrier. That's when the conversation grew beyond Sha'Carri herself. Comedian Corey Holcomb said it best. If the roles were reversed, if Christian Coleman had been caught on video shoving her, his career would have been over by morning. Every sponsor gone, no questions asked, and fans agreed. They pointed at athletes whose careers were destroyed over just one accusation, without any footage at all. Yet here, with clear video evidence, Sha'Carri was still headlining campaigns. The double standard was glaring, and it wasn't just about gender, it was about money. Nike has a history of selective outrage, fans argued, standing firm when it benefits them and cutting ties only when it doesn't. This time, people weren't letting them off the hook so easily. Social media turned the scandal into a bigger debate. Do sponsors really stand for values, or do they just stand for profits? Zoom out and you see the bigger picture. This isn't Sha'Carri's first scandal. It's just the loudest one. From her weed suspension that shook the Olympics, to her heated interviews, to rumors of clashes with teammates and coaches, there's always been drama orbiting her name. And every time, the backlash fades and she comes out stronger, because controversy keeps her relevant. Her speed and her star power keep her profitable, and that makes her untouchable. But now, with Christian's nervous silence, Janique's old claims resurfacing, and footage that can't be explained away, fans aren't seeing just one ugly moment. They're seeing a pattern. And while Nike might think they can ride the storm by saying nothing, the internet is louder than ever, demanding accountability. Right now, Sha'Carri is silent. Christian is silent. Nike is silent. But fans aren't. And that silence from the people at the center is what's keeping the fire alive. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about one airport fight. It's about years of scandals brushed aside in the name of speed, marketability, and money. Nike may think controversy sells sneakers, but this time, they might regret how tightly they've tied themselves to hers. Because the internet has made one thing clear: scandals don't just disappear anymore. And the louder the fans get, the harder it becomes for Nike to hide where their true loyalty lies.